to another year or have a charitable organization take over. So that's my question.
Councillor Cook?
I guess I'm looking at it kind of in reverse. The 87,000 is there. 10,000 would put in the slab right now, but if we're committing ourselves to $87,000 with 10,000 coming back to the Optimist Club, that's 77,000. I'm not saying it's a win-win for anything, but I think at this point, if you got 87,000 committed to it, putting a slab there and waiting how many years to get the rest of it up, is that going to be effective? If you get a slab, it might take 3 to 4 years before you're going to get the pavilion put up. So if it's
the slab was the one that was talked about with the cooling equipment.
no, I think this is just a straight slab.
Just a straight slab. Okay. We've got the money in there to do the 87,000.
Right.
Right.
I
So
would say if it's there and you can do it for 87,000, get it done.
Councillor Scott, I have a question.
Well, do you want to put your question forward?
No, you go ahead.
Okay. Will I be having to answer that one too, or?
No, I don't think so.
All right. We do have $10,000 that we've put away, and it's been sitting in a GIC for this. And I also know that there was $500 given from the Port Franks Beach Homeowners Association that's been held in lieu for this sort of thing. Our Optimist Club is prepared to do some fundraising. The difference between our Optimist Club and some of the other Optimist Clubs is we have a very limited reach out into the neighborhood. Forest has their own club, Grand Bend has their own. So we do several nights of different fundraising, but we are prepared to present some things forward. We're doing on March the 9th. Right now we are doing an indoor flea market yard sale where we're renting tables out and we're doing our own fundraising at the table. That's our first thing. May the 24th, we haven't put a letter together, but there's one coming to Brent and to Janet, asking them if we can do a road toll. We've done that in the past. It usually gets us, $1,200 to $1,500. So we raise funds smaller than other organizations, but we do steady as we're going. And at the same day, we were going to put a car wash on as well. So we were going to try and do a bunch of things. So I can't promise you 50% of it because we're just not that large. I can tell you that we will work hard towards getting sums of money to put together for it. And our club is going to ask the seniors to contribute the exercise classes. We're going to go out into the community and ask. So we're prepared to do that and do a joint grant if we can look at seeing doing it. So we'll try things to do it, but I can't honestly say we can put 50% behind it.
I guess my question relates to some of the conversations that I've heard from, I apologize for not getting to the town hall meeting. Some of the questions were regarding the splash pad and washrooms available, and I don't know whether a splash pad, if it was in Port Franks down the road, would be looking for.
We have washrooms there.
In the building?
On the outside.
You can get them at the outside, okay.
We have them outside already.
Okay, I guess that was a concern. If you're not putting washrooms in this pavilion, should there be washrooms near the splash pad?
No, there's outside
Or in
washrooms.
the pavilion, but the washrooms are accessible from the outside in this building. That's there. The other comment in here is the concrete slab formed and finished by the municipal staff or finished by a contractor, and I guess I think our staff is great and they can do anything, but I think to hire a contractor to do this type of work, specialized work in finishing concrete or something.
Well,
I guess it's an option.
Well, it's an option. My
Our
preference would be to bid it as one contract. That gives us protection if there's an issue with the work, then we can go back on one contract. We can't go back on ourselves rather than do the work. And summertime is a challenging time for us to raise staff to do these types of work because we're busy just doing normal operations.
I'll run with it.
Yeah, it's going to sound odd coming from me because we've got some major projects going on in the forest, but I have to ask these questions. So first one is, where is it going to be?
It would be in our playground. We have our children's equipment that we partnered with the town a number of years ago.
Under the trees?
Pardon me?
Under the trees on that side?
We have a skateboard park there, so it would be beside the skateboard park.
So we're having a covered, we're going to have a covered picnic area in a place where we have a hall.
Yeah.
Okay. And you want it also to be an ice surface as well?
Well, that was the original plan, but I have talked to our Director of Community Services, and he suggests that it would be better served if we put
Okay.
it outside the pavilion as opposed to putting it inside the pavilion.
So we're looking at a concrete pad with a roof,
Yeah, and picnic tables.
and it's $87,000,
I don't know, I don't know.
and
where
we
to
own the
figure it
land, right? Do we own the land?
Yes.
That's
That's ours.
built to commercial standards or public building standards.
I'm sorry, but it just seems,
That cost came directly from contractors.
did it?
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah, we gave them the specs, 70 by 40, wood posts, steel cladding, 6-inch slab, and that was the cost.
87 grand.
Deputy Mayor Dan?
So could you explain to me again how this mutated from the $25,000 project into the $87,000 project?
I believe what, again, I'm gonna speak from what I believe happened in history. I think the
Absolutely.
municipality had put forward $25,000, and committed $25,000 towards the project, and the office came forward with 10. And they went and actually priced the cost to build the pavilion. It came back at close to $90,000 that we have here, and then it was deferred to subsequent budget years after that. And it wasn't picked up in the capital plan, I think the year after, and then we started reflecting it in 2013. I think last year's capital plan was the year prior.
I think some of this was from many years ago when it started. That's where the numbers came from, and it was never really put out there. I don't know.
It was 60,000 the first year that we put it.
Then we got some information. Okay, Councilman Craig.
Yeah, question for Councilor Scott. What's the anticipated usage of this? How many people are going to get an advantage of these law expenditure? And is there an opportunity, the same as the pavilion, the Forest Park and Forest, to charge rental fees for family picnics and that type of thing?
Exactly. What they were looking at was, it was once a wood, it's just like around as you come into Port Franks, and so they cleared the land and did that. Now, the playground equipment sits out in the sun. So they were looking at this originally to be for families to come and use picnics. The exercise group would like to use it outside in the summer and do yoga and do other various things. The seniors were looking at using it because we have a number of seniors in there. I think our hall is the biggest booked hall around, maybe other than your Kimball Hall, as the Optimist group there. So there's a number of groups that already use it. Currently, right now, the pickleball group, I think, is in there every night that there isn't something else in there, and badminton and various other things in there. So they were just looking to expand what we already have there to use it more. And of course, it would belong to the municipality, and of course, the municipality could rent that out for weddings and for other things. It just is an extended use. Like, you cannot use the baseball diamond there. It's too small since they put the west wing on. The soccer field, although has not really been used too much, and Brent and I have talked about that, and it should be used because it is a proper size soccer field. It's kind of a park that has the potential to grow. We used the toboggan hill that they cleaned for us a year ago behind. So it can be used for a lot of variety of things. And they do fish fries there and things like that, but they could move that away from the concrete pad that they put it on, or the drive, and put it out into the back with the barbecues and stuff. So it's just utilizing the property a little bit better than it is being utilized with gas fires and stuff on the building and that, so.
Councilman Cook.
I would guess if you kind of equate it to what we have, well, like you said, the coldest one over in the forest, and we have the Rockland, got two pavilions in Rockland. They're constantly used, like for weddings and outdoor picnics and that. Now, my different venue, but still, the amount of bookings that they have through there is just unbelievable. How many bookings they get over the course of the summer. So I think it's just an extension of the same thing. You're going to run into that once you have a pavilion available to you. You will get a lot of family picnics, reunions, and that kind of stuff going in this situation.
We were going to try and see if there would be a group that would be interested in building it as well. We're not, like, we first have to have a go-ahead before we can start to go out and look and see if there's people out there that would help. Like, not the cement pad specifically, but the actual wooden building before it's covered or something.
And I guess
It's in there for 87,000.
The only thing I might want to add to that is that there need to be a point this year